That's your company's mistake. That's your stupid mistake. These fucking guys are trying to rip you off.
Let me see.
Fucking idiot. Douchebag. It's fucking bullshit.
Okay.
This fucking company is fucking robbing Hotel Malia. Why did he lie? Ask him why did he lie. He's a stupid. Ask him if he knows how to. Does he know his job? Who's the boss? Who's his boss? Is he bullshitting me? What's it?
No, I think I understand what he's saying.
But ask Enrique and ask Fernando. Am I mistaken, or do I feel like we've all been cheated? It's your mistake. Nobody gave you that direction. It's your company's mistake. Fix it.
Attention in the boarding area, those passengers heading to Punta Cana, we need to see each and every one of you up here at the counter so that we can check your seat assignments and your travel documents.
My way of doing business works in New York, and it usually works. To me, there isn't that much difference in people. Like I'm the same way everywhere I go, but I just can't get through these people. I can't get through to these people, which is like, stop fucking with me. Let's just get to work and stop trying to rip me off. And I can't seem to get it in their head. Like, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Listen, here's this reality. There's a TV show called Extreme Home Makeover. These guys do demolition, site preparation, foundation, build a house, paint the house, furnish a house, and do an episode where the girls are crying, and all in 7 days.
But there's 150 men.
So let's say we have 20. We have 1/5, so 5 times as long, five weeks. It's doable. Absolutely doable. Right? Chris, you believe it. I ain't coming back. Project is too crazy. And I'll be back in a few days. I got an emergency meeting with Matt. I got an emergency meeting with Chris, Steven. It's all emergency. One of the most important days, I think, in sort of our company's history. Today is the day that we sign our licensing agreement with Webster Hall, New York City. So we're meeting with the founder of Webster Hall, New York City, Lon Ballinger, and with the lawyers to finalize on the agreement. And this agreement is basically a partnership between Webster Hall, New York City and Webster Hall, Punta Cana. This will give us a strategic alliance to route DJs, bring New Yorkers that are coming down to Punta Cana or people who are coming from Punta Cana to New York. This is the check that's going to Webster Hall in New York. It's over 6 figures, and Webster Hall is a very interesting place for me because I used to live across the street from it. I used to go to New York University, and I lived across from it. And in the early 1990s, that's when, like, you know, they had just opened. So it was just jam-packed, and every weekend I would curse Webster Hall. I would say, and I couldn't sleep in the city, so I actually had to go back home into Long Island so that I can get some sleep on the weekends. That's how bad it got.
Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, but I suck it.
Our neighbors don't like when there's a lot of people out on the street for obvious reasons. We exist here on a residential neighborhood, this monster club. We have neighbors 20 feet across the street, hundreds of them.
And I remember talking to my friends at the time and telling them, I hate Webster Hall, I hate Webster Hall. It's just too noisy, I can't sleep till 4. And here I am actually doing the partnership with Webster Hall. It's full circle.
Lonnie Ballinger is a world-class party thrower.
I've known Lonnie for over a year. I've actually started working with Lonnie at Webster Hall, so you know I got to see his operations, how he runs the business.
Without Lonnie around here on a daily basis, giving us guidance and large vision, the business would not be as successful as it is.
I worked the door, I worked the bar, just being a runner, bar back, everything. I've done everyone's job per se.
My first night working back here was last Halloween, which was a trip. The first thing I had to do was find Ron Jeremy and 10 penthouse playmates a table in the VIP section at 1:30 in the morning. And sure enough, through some hustling, I was able to make some room for them. It was a good party.
It is a spectacular building. It's been a public assembly building in New York City since 1886, and it's never been closed. Not even, well, except for the fire. It had 2 fires, one in 1930, one in 1949.
Yeah.
It was almost completely destroyed in 1949. Webster Hall here is where the woman's right to vote was settled. It was where American burlesque was really introduced to the world.
When you're in this room and Guns N' Roses, or U2, or 9 Inch Nails, or any of the other greats that rock this room, when you're in here during a show like that, and for most of the rock and roll shows, that balcony up there goes like this, the floor goes like this, and people start to, you can see them, oh wow, is this building breathing? And it does.
It also was the birthplace of stereophonic music when it was the RCA Victor recording studio. Elvis Presley recorded here, Frank Sinatra recorded here, Harry Belafonte recorded here, Ishak Perlman, Ray Charles.
President Clinton kicked off his '96 presidential campaign here. 9 Inch Nails, Bill Clinton. As you can see, we cover the whole spectrum here as far as entertainment goes.
Stan Getz recorded here, Louis Armstrong recorded here, so this was a famous building. It was actually the RCA recording studio from 1951 to 1968, and then after that the Galatian Social Club took over, and then it was the Ritz from 1980 to 1988, and then my brothers and I took over in 1989.
1989. That's almost 20 years.
20 years.
Which in the nightclub business is like 150 years for a restaurant. So.
And I just signed my second 20-year deal.
I know that amongst my friends and whatnot, like Webster Hall is not the place to go, but it's always been one of the places that you should go. It's part of the New York experience.
I mean, it is not famous because of the decoration and the place. It is famous because of the people in the place. So no matter, I mean, the place is not like, you know, gorgeous decorated or anything like that, but people there, they're having fun and they make the place look even better.
The Megaclub, some would say, is dead, and I would say that Webster Hall is far from it. House music, this is a house music room, and we still do world-class house DJs here.
What's the biggest challenge in getting an artist to come to Punta Cana to perform?
I think the biggest challenge is probably going to be showing them, since the club isn't open yet and hasn't been able to prove its following, showing them and convincing them that it will be a huge success, and getting them to trust, which probably won't be that hard considering we have Webster Hall, New York's name on it, which is a respected venue. And then I don't think it's too hard to convince anybody to come spend a few weeks in the Caribbean.
Yes, it's part of my job. It's part of everybody's job to actually decide who to go after and how to get them, and at what cost that we're gonna get them, and is it worthwhile to get, you know, to get them. So basically there's a lot of research has to be done and a lot of calls that have to be made.
And I'm thankful and I'm glad to be part of what you folks are doing, and I'm glad you selected us, and I really wanted to work for you. And I'm here to help you, as I told John, in whatever way I can, and by helping promote it, and helping market it, and help you get DJs. And it's important to me that I help you get it off the ground.
Like any startup, he's up against it in that just to get the doors open is a feat in itself, particularly in a foreign country where one might not be as familiar with the local laws and culture. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But I don't think he's going to have any problem with it. First of all, the budget is there. The space is beautiful. The location on the beach and in and around the tourist area there, I think all those things, if you make them an equation, add up to great possibility for success, particularly with John as the captain of the ship, no doubt.
People say, I'm surprised you stayed long in 150 years. I would say, I would have been surprised if I hadn't.
Yeah.
You know, I would have been surprised because I came in here, I thought, well, it's a business, and remember what you guys do. We're in the pleasure business. We provide fun, dance, party, drinking. That's our job. Not bad. You were surrounded by old whiskey and young women. And I always thought that was not a bad job for me. So that's why I got in and kept in it for 35 years.